Got the first one in for a test fit. It's on the top plate of the outer wall. It's about 4 inches on top of that top plate. Code for bearing is 1.5 inches on wood. So that's 2.5 extra inches of bearing there. Over here, so now explain this in a second. Over here, you can see on some of the others, the beam had a 16-inch overhang, meaning it went 16 inches. Let me get up one more step. 16 inches over this top plate. So right here is where it should stop. But it went 16 inches further in. They could do that because they put these beams here when they built the house. These are original beams from the house. The beam you see here goes all the way to the other side of that wall. So this should indicate how much overhang they were able to do when they were just sitting them down from the top. Doing this repair, I was only able to accomplish a 12-inch overhang. Still beyond my top plate. This house has radiators, so this is a radiator pipe. Radiators, so this is a radiator pipe. And I had to bevel the edge to get it to tilt up in there. But again, code says 1.5 inches bearing onto this plate, which would be probably about right here by code. So I'm over the plate with an overhang of about 1 foot. This should do the customer good. Right now, again, this is a repair, not a natural install, original install, shall I say. What I'm gonna have to do is get a huge C-clamp and try to clamp these together to get it to twist flush. And then I can nail it. But again, I just did that one for a test fit to see. That second one is clearly or fully out. I intend to do the 2 on this end and then the 1 on that end. At least slide them into place. Like I said, I got to go buy 2 huge seam clamps to get them to twist to the proper position. So if I knock out 1, 2, and then the third one on the far end, I'll come back tomorrow and do 1, 2, 3, 4. Still cutting out the plumbing as requested by the customer, so he doesn't have to redo all that PEX. And as you can see, I got electrical wiring, just taking my time cutting around those also. When the electrical and the plumbers come in, they can do what they need to do to get rid of that and a piece of wood there. But that's my remedy in order to keep the plumbing and electrical in place as the customer requested. There's a very bad beam, and this one was a repair. But it just shows the stresses. Again, upstairs is the bathroom, downstairs is the kitchen. So these beams were basically in between 2 of the most moisture-rich places in the house, the bathroom as well as the kitchen. And it uses steam heat radiators. So just over time, house pretty old. Originally I had 16-foot beams. I ripped them down to 15 feet. I beveled the edge at 15 feet and I still couldn't get it to slide up in there for the overhang. But even with that 15 feet, I would have had 2 feet of overhang. Here's a piece where I just doubled my measurement. The original overhang, I got poor handwriting and that's a rough surface, but the original overhang was 16 inches. What I did was I just scraped it with my hammer, and then once I got it out, just measured how far it was to the end. So like I said, now I'm running with 12 inches of overhang, which is far beyond code. Code just says 1.5 inches on the plate, top plate for bearing. So I'll rip all these down again now that I made my test cut. There's my math. The total length is 170 inches from top plate to top plate. So from the outer wall to the inner wall, resting on there is 158 inches fully on that top plate. And then 12-inch overhang. So everybody know me, I got bad handwriting, so what? But I'll rip down 2 more, just not to get ahead of myself in case I run into any other complications. I don't want to have beams that are too short. I doubt if I'll run into that, but better to measure twice once I get a board out and cut once. Yeah, so moving right along. C-clamp to twist those in place. And yeah.